Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, 23 Flavors of Stitching. My name is Kirsten and today is going to be a Stitch With Me video. It'll be my third one. A majority of people, when I did a poll about Stitch With Me videos, said that they would rather, or I guess it was like 50-50 of having it be face-to-face and then overhead. And it's just been a little easier to do it this way. Well, one reason is that today you are seeing a different location, and this is my camper. We are still on Thanksgiving break when you are seeing this, and so we are down in southern Utah. We're not camping. We are hanging out in our camper. Because there wasn't enough room in the house, and we also wanted to be able to bring our dogs with us. So that's what we're doing. Also makes it easier because I can film. But I wanted to film this because it's supposed to go up this upcoming week, so the week of November 29th. Or the 28th. And since I'm gonna be starting school again, starting it back up after a break, I wanted to have enough time to film. So I thought that I could film a couple of these while I'm sitting here and don't have a ton to do. All of the guys just left to go golfing, my husband included, and yeah, that's about where we're at. So I am still trying to decide what I want to work on today. If you follow me on Instagram, then you would have seen that this week I started Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers, and it's out. I have it right here, but I also have this whole bag of projects to work on. So let's see. I have no idea what I want to do. It also makes it difficult because like my iPad is charging right now, and some patterns I have on here on Pattern Keeper, and some I have on my iPad in GoodNotes. So just depends on what I want to do. I bet you didn't think it was going to be this interesting. Let's do this one. Okay. And if you hear all of the cars outside, I'm sorry. More people are leaving the house. So, for all of my US people, how was your Thanksgiving? I hope you had a great time. I hope you had lots of fun. The pattern that I pulled out is my MLK sampler by StoneStreetStitch. Here's where I'm at with it. I'm stitching it on 16 count Fog from Picture This Plus. And here's what it'll look like when it's all done. Also, my dogs are in here with me, in case you can hear them. They're not doing a lot right now. People are running everywhere. Alright. So, like I said earlier, I started Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers. It's not my first long dog. If you remember, I started the Quilted Bees for my birthday start. And maybe it's just because I didn't get like really far into it, but I haven't been like called to work on it again, but I absolutely love the pattern. So I don't know like why I am not necessarily feeling called to it, but it just hasn't called to me since I started it, and that's okay. I'm not terribly bummed by it, but I haven't even finished one of the hexagons, and it's a half hexagon. And so I'm thinking that maybe along with my 25 starts, I could make a whip go board next year. So that way the whips that, and if you have never heard whips, it's works in progress. And Whip Go was started by Jessie Marie Does Stuff. And it's like bingo, but for your works in progress. And I was thinking about maybe doing it just so that, and like not for necessarily any finishes for goals, but just so that other pieces could get worked on when I don't have any starts planned, or just so that I don't get stuck on my starts, if that makes sense. So I'm thinking of doing that next year. I think it'll be a lot of fun, especially because like sometimes I forget that I even have this project, and I don't want to say that I'm really far along, but if I put some serious work into it, I could get pretty far, and it would be totally doable, you know? Or like, I don't want to get stuck on so many new starts and then never pick up Pandemic again. I have my Canada sampler that I'm working on, and I really want to be able to work on that one too. So it's just very sorry, I'm counting. I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, thinking of doing Whip Go. I also don't know like what my goal should be for Whip Go, like if it's just touch this project or get 1,000 stitches in it, or I mean I probably have patterns that probably don't even have 1,000 stitches, or it's just like get a good hour in, like I don't know. I don't know what my goals should be for that, but that's okay. Cause like with this one, I don't know. Or like maybe for bigger ones, like get one motif done. Like with my Canada sampler, maybe I can say like finish the word Canada on it, because that A that I did was pretty big. And I don't think I mentioned, but I noticed that I was off somewhere in that pattern. I have no idea where. And I'm just going to end up fudging it because I don't want to rip any of that out, especially since I can't find where I was off. And I think that's maybe why I put it away for a minute. I think I've put it away since July. So it's been a few months. I just got an itch on my back. Okay. Anyway. I'm also trying to find time to film a whip parade and a like a plans video for next year for my 25 starts. Trying to find a time to film those. And also how to film those. Like, I need to make sure that I have like my patterns, or that I have things like mostly kitted up, or I don't know. I don't know what I should do. So yesterday was Friday, Black Friday, and I went golfing with my husband and my father-in-law and like basically a whole group of people from the house, and it was a lot of fun, but I got a blister on my foot because I wore shoes that I hadn't worn for a full round yet. And we weren't walking, we were in carts, but sometimes you walk a little bit more than others. So I have a blister on my foot, which is one of the reasons why I'm not going today. Because I don't want to be miserable. But last time I did some questions about myself, and I think I said that for this one I wanted to do like this or that questions, but I don't have them with me, unfortunately. But maybe if I film another one today or tomorrow, maybe maybe once my iPad is charged, I can film another one with those questions so that I can pull them up. Tomorrow, I believe we are leaving, but I'm not sure what time. I don't know if I'll have, like, I don't know if I'll have time to film, but maybe I will when I get home. These ones are just easy to film a little in advance because they don't have to be like a proper update, you know? Also, I think a good time frame is keeping it around 30 minutes. If you like longer videos, let me know. If you like the 30 minutes, let me know. I realized in my last one, I never really showed anybody like where I got to on my pattern. So I'd like to do a better job at that for this update. I have all the windows, like the blinds open, except for that one. And then I have like these 2 windows cracked because it was feeling a little warm. But that way the dogs are like looking out and stuff. They're having a great time. I'm sorry if you can hear them drinking. Hey, Nova. Hi. Can you go lay down? She's looking at me like, why are you asking me to do that? Okay, I might be back in like 2 seconds. Okay, we are back. It was only a little bit of time. Let's see. Alright, so here's where we're at. So I just did this, the red and the light brown over here, and now I'm going to come down and start working on these ones down here. Sometimes this pattern confuses me. Like my brain doesn't register some things for it. Okay, so I don't want to ask like US specific holiday questions, but if you celebrate any holiday around November, December time of year, let me know what your favorite traditions are. Especially because, like, southern hemisphere to northern hemisphere, things will be different. And depending on where you're at in the northern hemisphere, things will be different. And obviously, if you have religious beliefs or you don't have religious beliefs, things would be different.
One of the only things I like about the places that yesterday
Sorry, people were leaving. Anyway, obviously, things will be different for different people. So I'm wondering, if you celebrate any sort of holiday around this time of year, do you have a tradition for it, or do you have traditions around this time of year that you like to do? In my family, on my mom's side of the family, we decorate gingerbread houses during Thanksgiving time. That way we have them up for the whole month of December. Excuse me, I'm a little tired. Or like for my family growing up, we would always watch Peter and the Wolf on Christmas Eve. And we always had like a steak dinner on Christmas Eve. And we used to do this thing with one of my aunts. We used to do this thing with one of my aunts. My parents and siblings lived in Canada when my brother was born, and they moved back before I was born. Back to the States before I was born. But they used to live in Canada, and one year they wrapped a gift in a bag that's called an Esso bag. And they're just, they're from the convenience store Esso, and it's ESSO, and it's just a fabric bag. And so we called it the Esso bag exchange, I guess, because my parents gave my aunt a gift in that bag, and then the next year she gave gifts in that bag for my family. And we used to do that for a while, and it got to the point because, like, my parents had me, for example, a few years later, but my aunt had to make a bigger bag, so it wasn't really an Esso bag anymore. It wasn't really a bag that we got from the convenience store, but it was like that same sentiment where you just reuse the bag, and it's a little bit more eco-friendly. Anyway, that was always a highlight. My whole family has also been like musical, and so we would like go to Christmas concerts, like for choir or band. In high school, we live in Utah, so in Utah, choirs go to the Salt Lake Temple, Salt Lake LDS, or Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We would go up to that temple, Temple Square, and we would sing and do Christmas songs, and that was, I'm kind of losing my train of thought. So we would go up there. My sister was in that choir that did that. I was in the choir that did that when I was in high school. And I don't know if they did that when my dad was in high school. Like, I don't know if they went up to Temple Square to do it. But my dad learned the same songs. And there are two songs specifically that during the Christmas concert that we would have, if the alumni went to that concert, then the alumni could get up on stage with that choir and sing those two songs with them. One of those songs is the Hallelujah Chorus, and the other song is, I don't know if it's the full title, I can't remember, but it's From Swaddling Wrap to Crimson Robe. And so it was kind of cool. For one of my years in choir, I had the same choir teacher that my dad had when he was in high school. And then he retired, so I got a new one for my senior year. But it was really cool because even though I got a new teacher, he still kept that tradition alive for those two songs, but also for the alumni to go up on stage. And so I got to sing with my sister and my dad my senior year. I got to sing those two songs with them, and that was really cool. I'm kind of getting emotional about it because I love those songs. And that was so long ago. But that was another one of my favorite traditions. Choir concerts. And let's see, what else? We usually go see lights somewhere. The lights at Temple Square are absolutely beautiful. And even everyone, like a lot of people, go to the Temple Square lights. You don't even have to be a member of the church to go. The lights are beautiful there. There's also a few places around, like there's a lakeside one for Utah Lake. Where the light show is put to like a radio station, and that's really cool. And there's a few places like that where the light show is set to a radio station. And so I usually like to do one of those every Christmas. And where else? There's also like a riverboat ride where I grew up. That has lights, and then like it has a Santa that comes out. Fun fact, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before. I am absolutely terrified of Santa. Absolutely terrified. I don't like walking by mall Santas. They creep me out. I can't do Santa. Like I can look at pictures. I want to stitch one of the things that says Santa Claus is coming to town, but like statues of Santa, or like the weird Santa things that you can like press the button and then they dance. Nope, don't like those. Don't like mall Santas. I'm absolutely terrified of Santa. I don't like it. And was it last year? I can't remember. But my husband's grandma was like, okay, everyone has to go get a picture with Santa. And I was like, if she's serious, then I lose the game because I'm not doing that. It's bad. I wouldn't necessarily consider it a phobia, but it's definitely an irrational fear. Well, I just don't like Santa. It's just not a thing that I enjoy. So there's that. Now you know that about me. Oh, I didn't realize I did that one first. We'll just end that then. I forgot which side of the flower I did first for this one. So yeah, what are some of your favorite traditions? I just went on and on about mine. We also have family parties, like with my whole extended family. I think I've mentioned this. Both of my parents have 8 siblings, so I have a really big extended family. I have almost 100 first cousins. I can name them all. I can name their spouses. Their kids are a little bit trickier, but I do have to do it in order. Like, in order of families. Not in order of birth, because that would get too difficult. But if I do it by family, I can name all of my cousins and their spouses. Excuse me. Let's see. So we usually have family parties, one with each side. I won't be here for my dad's side extended family party. That's okay. We usually go bowling. And then we do pizza and a gift exchange. And then with my mom's side of the family, we have dinner. And everyone makes something. And then everyone also makes a dessert. And then we have a little nativity play thing that the younger grandkids and great grandkids do. And then younger kids, 12 and under, they have a piñata. There's a boy piñata and a girl piñata. My mom's side of the family's Mexican, so that's where that comes from. And then that's about it for my mom's family party. I don't know if anything will be different this year. And then, let's see. We have an adult Christmas party with my husband's family. With his dad's family. That's fun. We draw names at the mall, and then we have to go buy something for that person, and then we go to dinner, and then that's where we exchange gifts. This year it's not dinner. This year it's going to be lunch, so it's going to be in the middle of the day, which shouldn't be too horrible. But yeah. Also, I've kind of discovered that I'm not very good at rambling while stitching, so there's that. Because I've rambled for a hot minute, and I feel like I haven't gotten a ton of stitching done. Some of that is because people keep, like, going in and out of the house. That was Nova making a noise. So maybe this video will end up being longer because I ended the last segment while Nova was drinking water. I ended that at like 15 minutes, and this one is 18 minutes already, which is totally fine. But yeah, so I'll re-ask my question. If you celebrate any sort of holiday during this time of year, and you have certain traditions for it, what are they? What are your favorite traditions? What do you like to do for this time of year? And if you don't, that's okay. Tell me what you like about this time of year in general. If you're in the southern hemisphere, obviously right now it's it's springtime, getting into summer. So what do you like about this time of year? And if you're in the northern hemisphere, what do you like about fall, getting into winter? I'm trying to think of something else to talk about, because I rambled for a minute about traditions. Holy crap. Might need another sip of Dr. Pepper to wake me up. It's probably like 12:45 now. About maybe almost 1 p.m. Let's see. Oh, last night I watched the new Netflix movie called Love Hard with Nina Dobrev in it. It was pretty funny. It was pretty cute. It's called Love Hard because this dude that she starts talking to on a dating app, his favorite Christmas movie is Love Actually, and hers is Die Hard. Anyway, it's just kind of cute. So if you haven't watched it, I recommend it. It's not like it was cute. It's not like a super adult show, which I get kind of nervous about with Netflix originals, but it was pretty good. And I'm also watching the series that was released last year of Merry Happy Whatever. I'm watching that right now. I think I'm on episode 5. And what else? What else did I watch? Oh, Holidate. I like Holidate. It was pretty funny. That was also released last year on Netflix. What I really need to do is download some more things so that I can watch them in the camper. So I need to go in the house, download them, and then bring them out here. I really like holiday movies. If you follow me on Instagram, I decorated my gingerbread house last week for that tradition, and I'm gonna hit my head on the shelf right here. While I decorated the house, my husband sat next to me. But we watched the new animated Grinch, the one that Benedict Cumberbatch is the Grinch and Pharrell narrates. That I love that one. My dog Max always freaks out when the Grinch yells the dog's name. So that's pretty funny. Let's see. What other... Ooh, maybe that's another thing. If you have a favorite holiday movie, what is your favorite holiday movie? I am always looking for new ones to watch. That's another thing. For every holiday that there is a Charlie Brown movie for it, we watch the movie. I forgot to watch the Thanksgiving one, and I forgot to watch The Great Pumpkin. But I love the Christmas one. That was also a tradition from my dad, because I've explained it before, but my dad loves the Peanuts characters. What else? I'm trying to think. Oh, Elf. I like Elf. I like the Santa Claus. With Tim Allen, all those movies. Love those. Next week, I think I want to put up our tree, and so I will definitely be watching / listening to those movies. The Polar Express is a good one. What else? I've only ever seen Die Hard once. That was my mom's pick for a Christmas Eve movie one year. I also have to think, so this year is our year to be with my in-laws for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Because their family has Christmas Eve traditions and Christmas Day traditions, so does my family, so we just switch off every year. So this year, my parents are going to be in town, but we are going to do a Christmas Adam with them, which is just the day before Christmas Eve. So the 23rd. And I am going to be snowboarding with my dad that day, because it was our tradition when I was younger that on actual Christmas Day we would go snowboarding. So I'm going to do that with my dad during the day, and then at night we're going to do some of our Christmas Eve traditions with my parents. So they'll do it 2 nights in a row probably, because they'll go see my sister on actual Christmas Eve. Hopefully, I think that's the plan. But yeah, that's kind of it. We've got about a minute and a half left until this specific clip is 30 minutes, so I think maybe 45 minutes would be a good ending for this video. I'm gonna run to a store with my sisters-in-law and my mother-in-law. Just gonna go into town, which should be fairly fun, hopefully. Let's see. I just want to finish this leaf and then I can show you all where I got to. So this may be a tad bit longer than 45 minutes, but that's okay. I'm almost done. I only have 3 stitches left for this particular leaf. We might hit it. That's pretty cool. Alright, we're at 30 minutes exactly. So I'll just end this off right here. Oh, come on. There we go. And then maybe I will come back and do some more stitching because since I haven't had a ton of time lately, it's been nice to just have time to stitch. Alright, and here is where we have gotten to today. Again, I'm stitching this on 16 count fog from Picture This Plus, and I'm using the called for DMC. And it's looking great. I'm super happy with it. Anyway, I hope that you all had a nice holiday if you were celebrating. If not, I hope you all had a good week and a good weekend. And I hope you remember that someone always needs you. And I will see you next time.